Righto, welcome to Captain Dorja's Armory. This is Captain Dorja. I'm looking at an AMX 50B right now, and that's because we're on the test server. I don't actually have one of these. I wish I did. They're cool. This thing is gorgeous. Oh, I don't even have rigs on it. What the heck? Whatever. Well, I mostly just got it because it's pretty to look at. Pretty sure they're releasing the patch update right now. The NA server came down at like 3 in the morning, and I needed garage crap, so on the test server. But unfortunately, I don't actually have an AMX 50B. This is just the test server. So I'm not going to be showing any 50B replays because I don't have a 50B to get replays of. What I do have is an M103, and I love it. Now, my M103 is actually fitted out like this on the live server with the Top Gun, the gun 120mm M58. It's a really good gun. High rate of fire, high penetration, low alpha damage, but the rate of fire gives you really good damage per minute. Moderate accuracy, kind of the American thing. Pretty good aiming time. It's a good gun. It allows you to put out some pretty phenomenal DPM on this thing. I got the, upgraded turret, upgraded radio, and tracks. I do not have the engine upgrade yet, but even without it, the M103 is very maneuverable. It's a very fun tank. Now, this replay, I actually submitted, I sent it in to the Mighty Jingles. I've only ever sent him like 2 replays, I think, because he gets a billion. He doesn't have time to pay attention to my crap. And I am putting this replay up because I think it's the best match I've ever had in my M103. Now, I kind of have a derp moment where I lose just about all my HP in about 1 second, but some sterling play by our artillery and a T-44 on our team managed to make up for my derpage. So yeah, let's get on with the battle, and this is a good battle. Right, here we are in the M103 Tier 9 American Heavy on Murovanka. Tier 9 match, 2 Tier 9s per team. We have an IS-8 and my M103. Enemy team has an E75 and the WZ-111 1TAC-4, which is a Chinese Tier 9 Heavy. Don't really know much of its attributes, but I know that it is Chinese, Tier 9, and Heavy. So yeah, pretty professional, right? I apologize in advance. This match is really long, and I only have the trial version of Bandicam. I can only record 10 minutes in a row, and this is like a 14-minute long match or something, so I'm going to have to find a convenient break point and break this one in half, which is going to suck. But right away, you can see pretty much our whole team is pushing the 2 line. I'm here, the IS-8's here, so our 2 top heavies are here. All we have on the other side of the map is a T-44, and I can't even see what the other thing is. It's a medium, but it's out of my radio range. So if we're all going to come this way, we need to be aggressive. Now, my priority in this fight is I want to neutralize that WZ-111.
Penetration.
I'm the Tier 9 Heavy, and so is he. I want to take him down. Obviously, I want to put out as much hurt on everybody else as I can, but really, my priority is to kill this WZ-111. Because one of your jobs when you get up onto the top of that list is to be in the position where your contemporary is going to be and to neutralize him. Because occasionally, the rest of your team just won't have the tools to do it. We have a lot of guys coming up here, so again, in aggressive mode, I'm pushing up. I want to get close, I want to get in, I want to get the hurt on these guys. I'm a little frustrated that so many of our team came up here, and now they just want to sit back by that road. They can see the map as well as me. They got to know that we've got to move. So I'm trying to get things going here. Take some shots at this T69. T69 does not want to be eating hits from an M103. That's going to hurt fast. This IS-6 fires at me, but his gun is very inaccurate. And as I was backing up there, it was really reducing my target profile. His only shot was at my commander's cupola, and with that IS-6's gun, he's almost never going to land that shot. Same thing with that IS. Now, of course, right after I say that, the IS-6 hits, pens, and breaks my turret. So I just repair kit. Slow turning turret sucks. I go for a shot on the IS's turret roof and bounce. But while that was happening, I got to put some more damage down on that WZ-111. So he's in a bad way. I juke out the IS-6's fire and going in. I'm not going in YOLO mode, I'm going in tactically. Now that T-44 makes himself a nice target, so let's punish him. He's down to 130 health. He doesn't want to fight anymore. He's going to start being cagey. Now that WZ-111, he's one-shottable from me, but the T-44 comes back for more, so I shoot him, hit his gun mantlet. Gun mantlet eats it. Gun mantlet probably has some spaced armor effect. Pretty common. Almost all gun mantlets do. And this IS comes back, so I put one through his commander's cupola. He wasn't really showing me much other than gun mantlet and really sloped armor, so I went for the cupola. Now right here I see my chance to put the kibosh onto this 111, so I go for it. Shot through the lower plate, take him down. Alright, there's my first kill. We got this IS-6 in front of us, but that's really about it now. The T-69 is on really low health, and a Type 59 poses no threat to me, so I just want to put as much damage out on this guy as I can. There we go, IS-6 is dead. Time to roll up this Type 59, roll up this T-69. Now this has been a really good match so far. I've been playing really well. I haven't been giving up damage to the enemy for stupid things like not pulling back while I reload. I haven't done stuff like sat out for artillery to murder me, and pretty soon I'm going to kind of have my big derp. At this point, we're winning 8-3. We're really crushing them, and to a limited extent, the red mist starts to descend. And part of that is from that E75. Now, you can see that E75 in A9, cloaked up.
We finished him off.
And this guy just really annoyed me. There he is, he just cloaked. Cloaking device engaged. Now, an E75 is about the size of the moon. I don't know how you cloak an E75, but this guy was good at it.
We nailed it back.
So, remember that whole thing about neutralizing your opposite number? I'm sort of thinking about that now with that E75, because aside from our artillery, that E75 is one of those things that I'm on our team specifically to fight, and I'm not fighting him right now. I need to be fighting that E75. So I'm trying to get into a position where I can fight that E75, but I don't want to go out into the open and get smashed by the cloaky fags like I am right now.
We've lost the track.
But I also don't want to just bunker up behind these houses, because I've seen way too many games on Murovanka that were a lot more one-sided than 10-8 get lost because the attack around the hill bunkered up in these houses and failed.
Penetration.
So, after taking a good, let's see, I took a good 1,300 damage right there. Lost my gunner and had to use my medkit. I am in a bad spot. Down to 283 health. I decided that maybe parking in the bushes and letting my teammates do a little bit of the fighting is probably a good idea. I'm going to try to go for some side strafing on that KV-5 if I can, but he's cloaked up again, and our KV-5 is really in the way. So right now it's pretty much on our mediums to carry the attack. Me and this KV-5 are too damaged to really risk coming out. We'll just get artied to death. and killed by that Cloaky E75. I'm trying to get our Artie onto that E75, but I mean, Artie can only shoot what's spotted, and we're not spotting him. Now, we've lost one of our mediums, so now it's down to just that T-44, and he really needs to carry the game right here, or else we're going to lose. And me and this KV4 or KV5, we just can't risk pushing right now. You can see that the enemy is still shooting at us. They're trying to destroy our cover. They know we're behind this building, but luckily that's a non-destructible building. So the T-44 is in the forest. He's looking for the Tiger II and the Larva that are in there. We think the GW Panther's in there. We don't know where the GW Panther even is. Okay, the T-44, he finds the Larva. That's good. But that means that the T-44 is almost certainly spotted for Artie. And he found the King Tiger as well. That's not good. Now it's a T-44 against a pair of Tier 8 heavies. And both sides have Artie support. This could be bad. I'm trying to stay safe, but get to where I can lay down some cover fire for this T-44. But I have to be very conscious of the fact that I don't know where their artillery is, and I do know that there's still a Cloaky E75 out there. But it turns out our GW Panther and our AMX-13 F3 are really on the ball, and they already killed those two guys. So you can see that our KV5 is trying to get the Artie to load, and then he's going to make a scout run. Now I'm going to pause this replay right here and break it into two files. Right, so we got the T-44, myself and the KV5, and two Artie. All we got to do is flush out a Cloaky E75 and a GW Panther. Okay, so annoying file break completed. Let's restart the replay. Our KV5 is waiting for the artillery to signal when they're loaded so that we can push the E75. Now, we spot the E75 and he is showing side armor, and I go for a shot
We nailed him back.
and put a good hit for 453 onto him. Artie fires, misses, the E75 recloaks. That is unfortunate. So again, we're going to play the waiting game. I'm trying to make sure that I am in at least partial cover. And the GWP just killed our KV5. So again, not looking good. You see that T-44's only got 120 HP. So we're in a very bad situation here. Now right here, I'm looking, I know that that E75 has got to be in those buildings in the B9 area. I see the T-44 moving, and within me wells up the spirit that I had earlier on in the match, where I've got to do my duty and carry the fight to the enemy Tier 9s, and I start moving in on this E75. Now, unfortunately, T-44 moved in a direct path that included line of sight, and he has been killed. Now that is very unfortunate, because that T-44, Haywood is his name, he played amazingly. He power carried our team.
Bail out.
Right there, put a good hit on the E75. He kills me, and our Artie is unable to fire. Now our KV5 is very, very upset. I am also pretty upset. I don't like cloaked E75s. Now it turns out our KV5's rage is misdirected. Little did we know at the time, but our AMX-13, who is very upset, and rightfully so, has actually ran out of shells. So he has definitely been shooting a lot, and I wish I could change my camera angle to those two Arties, but you're gonna have to watch me right now. So what we're doing right now is we're having the Artie battle. Our Artie is trying to flush out the enemy and TD them. But our AMX-13 doesn't have any ammo left, so he's going to play bait while the GW Panther goes for kills. And there you go, GW Panther kills GW Panther. Good. At this point in the actual replay, I was on the AMX watching him, and I saw that they've added an indicator for when allies are out of ammo, and I noticed that this guy was out of shells. And pretty soon I point that out to our KV5, so he'll shut up. Now our E75 on the enemy team just rolled out for a shot, donked the shot, and has cloaked again. And now that he's firing, excuse me, he's much more visible, and our GW Panther is able to kill him, thus saving the game for everyone. Quite an interesting match. Righto, what did you think of that clutch artillery moment? That stupid cloaking E75. I don't understand how you hide a rolling barn that's constantly firing a 5-inch gun. But I guess if you cross your fingers and knock on wood and wish really hard, you can make that muzzle blast go away. But again, mad props to the artillery, mad props to the T-44. That game was just awesome. Those already saving it at the end like that T-44, and our other medium, who I honestly have failed to notice who that even was every time I've watched that replay. When those two mediums had to carry it through the forest, they stepped up to the plate and they did it. So, mad props to them. That was a great game. Now, I don't have a post-battle results screen, but I have the email where I sent the replay to Jingles, the Mightier, and that has some of my post-battle statistics in it. 2 kills, 8 damaged, 5,712 damage inflicted with 15 hits. Survived a potential damage of 5,000 and then was killed. 4,092 experience, doubled for the first win of the day. 1,114 unmodified experience. Earned 69,222 credits. But unfortunately, I took so much damage, used so many of my consumables, and fired so many shots that I only got to make a profit of 25k. And that is with the premium account. The match was good enough to earn me a sniper and a Confederate, which is pretty nice. Double hero of battle, always a good thing to get. So yeah, what the heck? Why is somebody inviting me to a... Why are people blind inviting on this stupid test server? Oh, I don't understand these Russians. Well, anyway, M103, great tank. That is the type of match where you can just dominate people in it, where you can put the DPM of that gun to work, just cut people up. And this is the French tank that I do have. This is the French tank that I want. And one day I will have it. And at that point, I'll just keep in mind that I'll never be able to have too many big guns.